Okay, so since today is the first day that George is at daycare since the flood, I'm gonna take this morning and do the dishes and clean the kitchen. And it's important to note that our dishwasher is broken. So right now I'm just using it as a giant drying rack. And I did fill the sink with dishes yesterday and then never finished. So now I have to drain that water and start again. My husband is sitting at the table in the dining room, so I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to him. And then also in here, I'm going to make him some breakfast. Chase is still asleep, and Archer already ate breakfast, and I already ate breakfast. So now I'm unloading the dishwasher with the dishes that were clean in there from the last time I did this, which was only 48 hours ago. And then I'm going to clean this little thing that is my husband's hamburger press for making burgers. And once that's done, I'm going to fill the sink with hot soapy water and do all of the silverware in the bottom first, and then all of the flat plates after the silverware. And that was a clean pot. And then the garbage and recycling is behind me. You can't see it. And then I did speed up this video. Obviously, I don't move this fast. This is 4 times as fast as I go. So I actually go pretty slowly. And it took me just over an hour to do the whole kitchen. My husband and I were talking about all of the flooding that happened recently, and I was on Front Porch Forum last night, and it said that the St. Johnsbury transfer station, or AKA the dump, was closed indefinitely due to flood damage. So that's concerning because we had a whole list and pile of stuff that needed to go to the dump, and now I'm not really sure what to do with it. The Lindenville transfer station hopefully is taking St. J stuff, but I'm not sure. Another thing that they mentioned on Front Porch Forum was that the wastewater treatment plant had been struck by lightning, and that is disgusting, but they said that they had since repaired it. And then also we took a walk yesterday down to see some of the damage down by the river, and there was a sign that said that there was the possibility that there was human waste contamination in the water when it floods or when the river is high, which this is not even, it's not even like the river was a little bit high, like it was like a raging flood. And my husband did jump in one of the holes that was caused by the water, just to give you a frame of reference so I can like show you, because when you look at the photo without him in it, it looks like it could be a small hole, but then once he gets in it and you get that size, the scale, you see how big that hole actually is. And the people that live in that house were interviewed by a newspaper, and they said that one of the concrete walls in their basement actually completely collapsed, and obviously they're not staying there right now. And of course this is the second time that they've had to file a claim with their homeowners insurance, so they're not happy about that. And a lot of the people that were affected weren't even in a flood zone, so it'll be interesting to see if they move or expand those flood zones to include those houses, or what they're gonna do. I did post on Facebook that at the bottom of the hill, like on the corner of Concord and Gilman, there was this beautiful house. Just, I don't know if it was 2-story. I think it's just a regular 2-story house with an attic. But they had like this beautiful backyard and flowers everywhere. And somebody in that house must love gardening because they had, I mean, and the guy, I've seen him out there, welding in his garage, and he built all of his raised beds himself from like galvanized steel and with wood frames. And they had, their vegetables are always ahead of my vegetables, and they have chickens and just so much work that went into their backyard and their front yard and their gardens and their chicken coops and their compost piles and growing potatoes, and it all got washed away, and their whole backyard was just demolished. So I feel really bad for them. It's hard, especially when you see somebody who puts a lot of care into their property and who know that they're not taking that property for granted, and then just to have it all float away is really sad. But so we'll see. I know, and it's still early in the season too, if you think about it. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year. I am making a cleaning video today just because I normally make gardening videos, but we're kind of in that spot in the gardening season where there's not that much to talk about. Things are just sort of growing. I did make that flower bouquet video, but like that's all I can pretty much do. And also, since that was right before the second flood, so right now it's just kind of a mess out there, and it's really overgrown. And not only that, I was just outside and it's 85 degrees and like 90% humidity, so it's extremely unpleasant outside. And in here we have the AC. So I'm just going to do this. And then I was thinking about what kind of videos I want to make going forward, because obviously I live in a place where the gardening season is not that long. And I do cook professionally, but I can't really take videos at work because I often or almost always have students with me, and I can't record them, obviously, for confidentiality reasons. But I could cook at home. But I do enjoy watching other people clean on YouTube. I find it kind of motivating. And I follow a few cleaning channels. I love Midwest Magic Cleaning. It's like one of my favorite YouTube channels, and he cleans hoarder houses for free, and he's also on the autism spectrum, so they're just interesting to watch, and he has a really good sense of humor, very dry sense of humor, which I like, and I love his videos. So I was like, might as well just make a video. And I'm also like, I go on, sometimes when I look for cleaning videos on YouTube, it's like a woman cleaning a house that's already clean. And I can't, that's not as, that doesn't make me feel as good. I don't know. But I like ones where there's a pretty big transformation. So, and my kitchen definitely needed a good cleaning. It was pretty bad in 48 hours with 5 people. And we do also use paper plates. So I do, the other thing I wanted to say was when I am doing dishes by hand, I wash with soap, obviously, and hot water, but then I rinse with cold water. I watched or read an article somewhere about the science behind cold water and how it gets rid of soap bubbles, and it's totally true. I don't know why. I can't remember what it said. I just remember that cold water gets rid of soap bubbles better than hot water. So I do rinse with cold water, and then here I'm just putting everything in the dishwasher to dry. I don't know if I think I already gave Chuck his breakfast at this point. And that's it. And then you will see me move an index card. That index card has my bread recipe on it. I try to bake my own bread when I have time, and I'm on summer vacation, so there's really no excuse. And I have a recipe that makes 3 loaves, which is about as much dough as my KitchenAid can handle. And maybe that's about 30 slices. And then I do take, oh, there's my husband's coffee. And then I do take the bread bags and empty out all the crumbs, because I will just slice the homemade bread and put it in the bread bags, use the old ties, and then put that in the freezer. Here I'm emptying this milk jug and cleaning it out and just filling it with water in case they have to turn our water off. That's what I've been doing with the empty jugs. Because the pipes, all of the water pipes are exposed at the bottom of the hill, and they are digging things, and they have broken pipes accidentally before when they put in the new system, which was only like last year or the year before last. So just in case, or we get a boil water notice sometimes, or that they have a break in the main. I'm just trying to put water aside. So that's that. And then, let's see. I really like that colander. That's like my dad always buys me that Pioneer Woman stuff. The colanders, Pioneer Woman. I had a tea kettle that he got me that was from her, and it wasn't a whistle kettle though, and apparently I can't keep track of things on the stove that don't make noise because I burnt the crap out of it, and I really need a tea kettle that whistles so that doesn't happen again. So there's the empty bread bags, and I'm just going to keep those. And then I don't know what, there's like a bunch of paper everywhere. There's recycling that needs to go out. And I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. So I'm not sure what you guys think about different types of videos that are not gardening videos, like what you like to see. But I do like cleaning videos, so I thought I would just try to make one. And then I did find this great voiceover app. So this is like the first time that I've been able to do a voiceover on my cell phone. Usually I upload the video to like Google Drive or Photos or whatever, and then watch the video on my laptop while I'm doing the recorder on my cell phone, which is not efficient. So now I have the correct app. I can do this. It's much easier. Also, my husband showed me that my tripod extends because I was trying to prop it up on a bunch of boxes, and he was like, you can just pull that up. And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah. And so I'm not very tech savvy, but this came out pretty good, I think. And so it took me a little over an hour, and this is a 15-minute video, but I think I'm going to wrap up talking and then try to find some nice music for when I'm all done. And then at the end, I'll do like a before and after shot. Okay, see you later. Bye.